Good morning, family around the world. Welcome to another episode of Your Struggles Are My Struggles. It's more than just videos, part 10, and I'm closing this series out with love. As we all know, love don't cost a thing. However, sometimes, in some cases, love is built on things. First Corinthians 13, I believe. I never knew about the real definition of love till my partner L spoke about that years ago. And ever since then, it's like, I read it, I'm like, wow, like, it was like really blown away, just how our definition of love totally differs from God's perspective of love. And I think maybe that's where we tend to go wrong, with the love and relationship and everything. I think that's where we tend to go wrong, because our perspective is totally wrong. I'm not the one to criticize or knock anyone for viewing things how they view it and believing what they believe or anything like that. But just having the creator in mind, and his perspective and his definition on it is totally different. So I'm gonna have to rock with his on that one. And it also just knowing what the actual definition is, and reading it, it's wow, I'm struggling in a lot of areas when it comes down to actual love, and I think we all are, which is okay. But once we become informed, then it's time to do something much different, embrace the real definition of it, and not just embrace it, but implement it in our lives, and also in First Corinthians 13, at the end of speaking of love, it says, out of the three that remains, hope, faith, and love, love is greater than all of them. So that really speaks volumes. When we doing things for others, we do that out of love. So why would we expect anything in return? Why do subconsciously we feel like that person owed us something? But hold on, you looking at you held me down. You did me a favor. Of course, I appreciate it. But why do I owe you something now? It wasn't hey, let me borrow this, or, anything like that. You just feel because you did a act of kindness, you're owed that in return. Which, of course, nothing's wrong with, looking out for somebody, not just, because they looked out for you, but it's more so, out the kindness of my heart. I remember what you did for me, so if there's anything I can do, I got you. That's a trust of mine, not an obligation from you to me. So I think that's just one example of, this whole love thing and doing things, just being kind and everything. We tend to put a debt on someone, because they did something nice for us, and it's not right, that's not an act of kindness. That's not what I did out of love, because if it was out of love, I wouldn't be like a slave to you now, and paying you back, although it was a favor, remember? So I think our definition of love, for some of us is totally different from God's definition of love. Like God's definition of love is what he did for us, and sending his only begotten son, to die for our sins. That's love. We're supposed to love our enemies. I don't know how to do that, but if he tell us to do it, it's possible. Humanly, our human will, ourselves, we can't do it, but in him we can. So let's tap into this real definition of love, and and try to like build our character, ourselves on that, and offer that to others. Nothing's wrong with it. It's a struggle. You mess up. We're all going to mess up, but we can't use that as an excuse to keep making the same mistake. Let's use that to grow and become better. Give that love. Give that what you expect someone to give to you. If it's just holding the door for someone. Like my wife had to tell me, like, not everyone's like you. I like literally get upset. Like I hold the door for someone, they just walk in and don't say anything, like as if I was supposed to do that. Like that's one that's one area I've been struggling with for some time. I didn't do it for the hey, thank you, or whatever. I did it because, out the kindness of my heart, just being courteous, nothing wrong with that. But me expecting a thank you or something in return, it's almost like, well, I ain't do it out of love. But, I want to be acknowledged for the good I did, which subconsciously, like, I don't think like that, but I just feel like, it's only right to say thank you, for something. I think it's very rude and disrespectful in a sense, when someone do that, but that's on a whole nother level. But, let's tap into this real love and, build our lives, build our lives, teach our children, and give that love to others. Christ did it for us. God do it for us every single day. Let's do it for others. That's what we're supposed to do. All right. Love you guys. Next week is going to be something different. I'm sorry, for all of December is going to be something different. It requires you guys' participation. So if you feel the heart to, please participate in what's going on. There's a lot of things coming with your struggles or my struggles. This is just a process that I've been instructed to do it, and just come alongside and let's change ourselves and walk together and impact the world as much as we can. All right, your struggles are my struggles. I love you, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, peace.